Guys, I'm going to flip a ceremonial coin for tonight's game. The side with the 2 helmets will be the heads. The side with the Big Ten Championship logo will be the tails. Michigan State, you're the visitors. What's your call? Heads. Heads is the call. Is it a heads? Michigan State, you've won the toss. Michigan State has won the toss. Defer their choice to the second half. Iowa, you'll take the ball. Which way do you want to kick it? You want to kick that way? Iowa, turn your back down. Start the game. Iowa will receive in the north end zone.
This one, folks, for a trip to the college football playoffs. And we're underway from Naptown. Desmond King, Riley McCarron back deep. And King will take a knee. Iowa will start from the 25. And a couple of things to pay attention to when Iowa has the football.
Offensively, they need to be so balanced, and that starts with their run game and Jordan Canzeri. 12 rushing touchdowns on the season, second in the Big Ten, and only the 14th player in Iowa history to run for over 2,000 yards in a career. Now, this front seven for Michigan State is one of the best in America, and they're playing as good as they've played all season long. Shalik Calhoun, 2-time captain, 3-time all-conference player, is one of the major reasons why they're playing so well right now.
So C.J. Beathard, young man from Franklin, Tennessee. He's been playing with a groin injury and a hip injury. On first down, they fire it. Wadley with the catch, and he advances the ball up to the 30-yard line. Tell me about this young man.
C.J. Beathard was the catalyst for this entire season, not just because of his quality play, which has been fantastic, but when Kirk Ferentz named him the starting quarterback all the way back in January, right after their bowl game, it allowed him to have a leadership form, and this team has rallied around him and played fantastic.
CJ's been playing great all season long, too. It's just, you know, we came into the season, he'd started 1 game in his career, and he played like a veteran right from the start. Certainly has impressed everybody in our football team, our organization, just with his courage, his preparation, the poise he plays with, and the toughness he plays with. So, you know, couldn't be happier than to be associated with a quarterback like CJ. It's just unbelievable.
A gain of 5 on first down, 2nd and 5 at the 30. And Iowa, this time they'll keep it on the ground. Wadley trying to get outside, flag on the play.
They're going to get Boone Myers, number 52, the left tackle. On a holding call.
Holding. Offense number 52. 10 yards from the previous spot. Repeat second down.
Going to see him right here, and as the linebacker Riley Bulla runs through, you see right there, he's trying to come back to his right, and he ends up tugging on Bulla. Didn't bring him down to the ground, but that tug just enough to draw the laundry. Now Iowa's going to be behind the sticks here on their first series.
So Iowa coming off a 28-20 win against Nebraska in Lincoln. Canzeri rushed for 140 yards. He's in the game right now. Beathard to throw. Underneath, and it's caught. Krager Koble with the grab. Michigan State says he fumbled it, but they call him down.
Far side official came in, and he was immediately signifying that the runner was down, but he was not. This one should absolutely go upstairs as Krager Koble, senior from Mount Pleasant.
The ruling on the field was the runner was down before the ball came out. That ruling is under further review.
Here's the hit, and the ball popping loose. You can see it just underneath the legs, and no part of Krager Koble. Not his shin, knee, there wasn't an elbow down, clearly above the turf as that ball came loose. And then what you need if the play is blown dead, which is the clear recovery, which Michigan State clearly has. Darian Harris, number 45, was in on that play. He's a senior from Silver Spring who's had a marvelous season.
And our rules analyst Mike Pereira joins us. Mike, your thoughts?
Well, they're going to reverse this to a fumble. It is a clear recovery. They'll have to adjust the clock to when the ball was recovered, but this ball clearly should go over to Michigan State.
So one thing you worried about if you're an Iowa fan is the Hawkeyes coming in and playing in their first Big Ten championship game. A little nervousness to start.
What I see already just in the first few snaps is there's one team that's very used to pressure, and they're using it to focus. And that's Michigan State, and that's something that Mark D'Antonio really harps on. And another team, Iowa, right now looks stressed.
After further review, the ball was out before the runner's knee was resulted the play as a fumble. Recovered by Michigan State. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So Iowa turns it over.
Situation to take a shot and try to create a big play, potentially in the end zone.
The Spartans have scored 105 points off turnovers this year. First and 10 at the 27 for Connor Cook. And he'll hand it off. Gerald Holmes. And they stack him up and send him backwards. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Connor Cook. What a career he's had at Michigan State.
This guy is a winner. You ask around, what's the best attribute any quarterback can have? It's a guy that wins and is a leader, and that's exactly what Connor Cook has been able to do. He's productive in the pass game, but what he does with his mind and his leadership ability has really come to the forefront in his senior year.
He's the Greasy Breeze Big Ten Quarterback of the Year and finalist for the Johnny Unitas Award. No gain on the last play. Second down and 10. Here's Cook underneath, and it's caught. First down. But a flag on the play. Jamal Lyles with the grab, the junior from Southfield.
Pass interference. Offense number 11. 15 yards from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
So Michigan State started at the Iowa 27. They push it back to the Iowa 42. Second down and 25. Pendleton lines up. And they pitch it. Holmes trying to get outside with room. Cuts it inside. And finally taken down at the 30 by Jewell. Third down and 15. At the 32. Empty backfield for Connor Cook. With time. Looking. And caught at the 10.
Felton Davis feeling the love on the sideline.
Spartans now with the football at the Iowa 10. First down and goal. Cook, play action. Looking. Bounces it out of the pocket. Throws on the move. And incomplete. Aaron Burbridge, the intended receiver. He's their leading receiver.
Great coverage by Iowa on the primary receiver.
Cook has been great in the red zone this year. 11 touchdowns, only 1 interception. Second and goal at the 10. And they'll give it to Burbridge, trying to get outside, and he goes out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
Third down, have to get in the end zone. Burbridge, 6'1", 208 pounds.
Holmes lines up in the backfield with Connor Cook. Burbridge, the receiver at the top of your screen. Out of the gun. Here's Cook looking that way, underneath, and incomplete. That one thrown high. So Michigan State will settle for 3. Michael Geiger 2 weeks ago against Ohio State. He kicked the game-winning 41-yard field goal as time expired. This one from 23 yards away. And it's good. Michigan State capitalizes on the Iowa turnover, but you never know what can happen in those pressure-packed situations. Kevin Cronin sends it away. Desmond King will bring it out of his own end zone. And King gets outside at the 20 and finally knocked down at the 26-yard line. So the Iowa offense coming back onto the field. First down and 10 at the 27 for C.J. Beathard. Jordan Canzeri in the backfield, and they'll fire it out wide. Matt Vandenberg with the catch. He's their leading receiver, and he spins down, picks up the first down at the 39. Darian Hicks with the tackle, a 12-yard gain. First down and 10 at the 39. Second man through, Canzeri, and he plows across the 40, gains 3 as Monte Nicholson chops him down. Deshaun Daniels in at running back now for Iowa. Second and 7. Beathard, short drop, underneath, caught, and close to a first down. George Kittle, second string tight end, junior from Norman, Oklahoma, with a 6-yard gain. Third down and 1 at the 48. Daniels, the power back, he's 225. Beathard with the quarterback sneak. And it looks close. It'll depend on the spot.
Those sticks are just shy of the 49-yard line. All depends on the spot. Boy, it looks so close. At the very end, it looks like Beathard is leaning across that 49-yard line, but based on where that ball has been spotted, they're going to be short.
So it's a fourth down. Kirk Ferentz, traditionally a conservative coach, and it doesn't look like he's going to go for it on 4th and inches.
Well, the last thing he wants to do in a championship game is allow Michigan State to start their first 2 offensive series in plus territory on the plus side of the 50-yard line. I'm going to go ahead, but he has faked a couple of kicks this year.
Dylan Kidd comes in the punt. He stands at the 34. McGarrett Kings Jr. back deep. And it's fair caught at the 15. A 37-yard punt.
The 2015 Big Ten DB of the Year, Thorpe Award finalist. That's just one of the best matchups you're going to see in all of college football.
First down and 10 at the 15. Cook, play action, looking, with time, far side. And it's caught. R.J. Shelton with the grab.
The offensive line has done a great job protecting him. They have to do that again tonight.
First down and 10 at the 32. No sacks allowed last week by the Michigan State offensive line. L.J. Scott running it this time. And you can hear the pads banging on each other. 2 very physical lines competing against each other.
This offensive line for Michigan State is just finally starting to get healthy, and they're going up against one of the best run defenses in our sport. Iowa only gives up 110 rushing yards per game on the ground, 3rd in the Big Ten, 6th in the country. They're so good, and what makes them so good is their safeties fly up to the line of scrimmage almost immediately when they get a run read.
Second down and 7 at the 35. And a whistle.
Full start. Offense number 11. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Second penalty called on Jamal Lyles. L.J. Scott standing next to Connor Cook. Here's Cook under pressure. And intercepted. Josie Jewell snatched it out of the air.
In the gun now is Cook on 3rd down and 7. Back to pass, blitz coming on, and Connor Cook dumps it, tried to dump the pass. Did Josie Jewell come up with it? Yes. He threw it point blank range right at Josie Jewell. He was trying to throw that thing into the ground. Well, Josie Jewell, Superman, hit him right in the S on the chest, and it's a turnover. Josie Jewell does it again.
A great opportunity. Deep inside Michigan State territory, they'll start from the Spartan 20. Daniels cuts it inside, keeps his feet moving, and he'll get close to the 15. Demetrius Cox, first man to him. We talked about offensive lines. Well, the Joe Moore Award for the top offensive line in the nation named 6 finalists this week. Both Michigan State and Iowa made the cut. The others, Stanford, Notre Dame, Alabama, and Arkansas.
Well, you can see why this Iowa team has had such a successful year. This offensive line does a great job blocking in the run game. Now they got to try to find themselves a touchdown.
Second down and 6 at the 16. Vandenberg, the receiver, at the top of your screen. Beathard hit as he throws, incomplete. A lot of pressure on him. Shalik Calhoun.
Shalik Calhoun.
He was the 2013 Big Ten Defensive Lineman of the Year. Third down and 6 at the 16. Derek Mitchell Jr. in the backfield with Beathard. Here's CJ, steps up in the pocket, in trouble, looking, and Beathard plows forward and picks up the first. He's got heart, folks. A 7-yard gain for the junior from Franklin, Tennessee.
And what his teammates have told us all week long, the thing they respect about him the most, his toughness. Showed it on the last snap.
13-0 as a starter, first and goal at the 8. Beathard, play fake, steps out of the pocket, buying time, and he just gets rid of it. Pressure in his face by Darian Harris. And that'll bring up second and goal. Connor Cook looking to get back on the field after throwing the interception. Beathard out wide, and this is Vandenberg, who's thrown out of bounds. Great defense by Demetrius Cox. He grabbed him and didn't let him go, so it's third and goal. Tavon Smith splits wide to the top of your screen. Jacob Hillier, the receiver, at the bottom. Vandenberg in the slot at the bottom. Beathard looking in the end zone. Incomplete. No flag on the play. Intended for Tavon Smith. Well defended by Michigan State. But Marshall Kane comes in to attempt a 24-yarder. And it's good. We're level. 3 apiece. Michigan State, Iowa for the Big Ten Championship, 3-3. Marshall Kane ready to send it away. R.J. Shelton, Delton Williams back deep for the Spartans. And Shelton will take a knee. 2 for 5, 39 yards, and an interception. He'll start first down and 10 at his 25. And Cook handing it off. L.J. Scott with room. Flag on the play as Scott gains 9 yards. Greg Maben comes up and makes the tackle, but there is a flag.
Looked to me like they were going to get a hold on Donovan Clark.
Holding. Offense number 76. 10 yards from the previous spot. Repeat, first down.
And you're absolutely right, partner.
Michigan State, normally not very heavily penalized. Already 3 penalties here in the opening frame. You see L.J. Scott goes by him. At that point, those hands come off. No flag is going to be drawn, but he continued to tackle the defender, and the laundry came out.
First down and 20 at the 15. Delton Williams checks in at running back. Cook to throw it over the middle. Incomplete. That ball deflected at the line of scrimmage. Jaleel Johnson. Remember, Connor Cook has been playing with a tender right shoulder. Suffered in the Maryland game. He missed the Ohio State game. Came back. Played against Penn State last week. Took him some time to get it loose.
Yeah, obviously I wasn't 100%, but I gotta grit it out. Being in a situation like this, playing for a championship, you got to go out there and you got to compete. But there was times where when I sit around and I'm not keeping it loose, it gets cold. And the first couple passes are kind of sore. But once I started to throw more and get into a rhythm, it loosened up.
Second and 20 at the 15. Here's Cook, far side, got it off, and it's caught. R.J. Shelton trying to make a move, but Greg Maben says, not on my side.
It's a very bend-don't-break style of defense. The safeties, great pattern read safeties, mean that their eyes are all over the number 2 wide receiver. Their corners do a great job. Very difficult to complete anything down the field.
Third down and 14. Spartans need to go to their own 35 for a first down. Trips at the bottom of your screen. Here's Cook, empty backfield, steps up, in trouble, gets out of the pocket, looking, And Cook will not get the first down. Knocked out of bounds at the 30.
Mark D'Antonio's not going to want to see his senior take too many hits.
So Desmond King, the deep man. Jake Hartbarger is the punter from his own 15-yard line. High wobbly kick. And fair caught at the 32. C.J. Beathard, 5 of 8, 32 yards. And they'll spread it out. Beathard throwing on first down. Underneath and caught from behind. Great catch by Henry Krager Coble.
So fortunate on the last play.
31st catch of the year for Krager Coble. A 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4. Canzeri breaks it back. He's got speed on a first down. Darian Harris with the tackle, but this kid,
he came in with the sore ankle, and he gets up favoring that ankle now.
missed parts of 3 games with the high ankle sprain.
Boy, this would just be such a loss for Iowa.
Came into tonight 36 yards away from becoming Iowa's first 1,000-yard back since 2011, and he's in a lot of pain. Daniels replaces Canzeri. And they'll give it to him running left. And he'll get out of bounds close to midfield. Riley Bullock ushers him out of play. He goes in motion. Beathard drops it off. Mitchell makes the first man miss. And Mitchell will get inside Michigan State territory. Craig Evans, the redshirt freshman from Wisconsin, with the tackle. 3rd down and 7 at the 49. Beathard. Underneath. Caught. And a flag on the play. Jacob Hillier with the catch.
I think this one's going against Michigan State.
Personal foul, hands to the face. Defense number 4. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
That's Malik McDowell, the sophomore from Detroit.
Tacking that on top of the completion. And Iowa in business here. You just get the sense that this team has been doubted the entire year. They're standing toe-to-toe with Michigan State. They're thinking to themselves, we can do this.
Akram Wadley checks in at running back. 1st and 10 at the 26. They pitch it to him. Cuts it inside. Still on the move. And finally goes down. Demetrius Cox comes up and makes the stop. And that should take us to the end of the first quarter. With the score, Michigan State 3, Iowa 3.
Played outside of the penalties. Michigan State 4 penalties, and they've been big ones, including one on this series that has set up Iowa now inside the 25-yard line.
2nd down and 6 at the 22 for the Hawkeyes. Derek Mitchell in at tailback. Beathard will throw it over the middle, caught by Tavon Smith. And he'll gain 3 yards. Who's the receiver for Iowa that can extend the field? Beathard has hit 7 different receivers tonight. 3rd and 3 at the 19.
They've been going to this formation to run the ball.
And they do. Wadley. And he will not get it. Well defended by Michigan State. Joel Heath leading the charge.
I think they're going to try to draw him offside here.
Snap. Charge timeout, Michigan State.
C.J. Beathard and a flag.
Ball start. Offense number 80. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Marshall King comes in to attempt a 43-yarder. He made a 24-yarder in the first quarter. And it's good. Iowa takes the lead. Jordan Canzeri back on the sideline. Let's hope he gets back into this game as Iowa sends it away. Line drive kick that will trickle out of the end zone. Connor Cook starts from his own 25-yard line. Madre London, the deep man, in the backfield. They give it to him straight ahead. And London crashes forward. And he'll get to the 33 before being taken down. But Connor Cook, he's 33-4 in his career as a starter. The winningest quarterback in Michigan State history. Last week against Nebraska, he passed Kirk Cousins as Michigan State's total offense leader. He owns career school records with 71 touchdown passes, third on the career passing yards list, 8,793. What a stellar career for this young man. 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to London, and a first down for the Spartans.
296 for Jack Allen. They go 325 with Donovan Clark. They feel like that'll pay dividends in the second half.
First down and 10 at the 39. Cook. Near side. R.J. Shelton with the catch. He leans forward and picks up a first down in front of Greg Maben.
These are the little things that make a quarterback so good. It's the timing. Connor Cook throws this ball well before R.J. Shelton is out of his break. He hits his third step, he gathers, and then he throws the ball. Shelton's not even really looking back at him, and the ball's thrown perfectly on the outside shoulder. Great timing and trust between the two players. R.J. Shelton, the junior, Connor Cook, the senior.
An 11-yard gain. Now Cook lines up as a wide receiver, wildcat formation. Burbridge playing quarterback here. And he hands it off to London. And London will spin forward as he gets to the Iowa 46-yard line.
This reminded me of the way Steve Atwater used to fill the hole of the Denver Broncos. Watch 19. He comes in, bang, for a big hit. Was able to hang on down low around the ankles for the tackle.
And an injured Hawkeye at midfield. And that's Nathan Budgeta, sophomore from Howells, Nebraska. Madre London, the lone setback. And they give it to London. And he's gobbled up quickly this time. Maybe a yard and a half on the play. At the 43. Cook out of the shotgun. Here's Cook. Drops it off. And it's London. First down. Breaks tackles. What a run. As he just bowled over the Iowa defender. Cook again. Starting to warm up now. Far side incomplete. Jamal Wiles, the intended receiver. In a defensive battle so far. 10:28 to go. Both defenses bending but not breaking. 2nd and 10 for the Spartans. Burbridge, no receptions thus far. And here's reverse. Shelton bottled up. Shelton taken down at the 30. Iowa's defense staying home. Cole Fisher. Cook. Connor Cook under pressure. Connor Cook taken down and sacked. It's Iowa defense all business. And that's the first sack of the night given up by the Spartans.
Yeah, they stopped the run, and we were putting ourselves in a lot of third and long situations, and we weren't converting. So anytime you're going up against a great defense like that, and you're putting yourself in a third and long situation, it's hard to convert. So credit to them for doing that and playing great defense.
Michael Geiger comes in. This one from 52 yards away. And he hooked it. The Hawkeyes' confidence growing. 8:54 to go, second quarter. They deny the Spartans and hold on to the 6-3 lead.
Exactly the way you want kids to play. This defense has been excellent. Like they are exactly playing for the playoff, which they are.
1st and 10 at the 35. And Beathard under pressure, throws on the move, and it's caught at the 40. This is Smith, leads forward and gains 9. Demetrius Cox, Riley Fuller brings him down, but Beathard showing.
Beathard has just enough to get outside of the pocket. 10 of 13 now for 59 yards. He's a guy who gets out there and makes a completion for a big play.
2nd down and 1 at the 44. Daniels looking for the first down, and he should have it. But C.J. Beathard, he's got some great bloodlines, folks. He's the grandson of longtime NFL exec Bobby Beathard and the son of award-winning country music songwriter Casey Beathard. Now, as a kid, he hung out with the likes of Junior Seau and Michael Vick, but also Taylor Swift.
He loves when the lights are bright, which they are here in Indianapolis, and he's playing like it so far.
1st down and 10 at the 45. Daniels. And he'll get to the 47. That's John Reschke, a sophomore from Sterling Heights, Michigan, making the tackle.
It's going to be so tough to get the ball down the field because of the great quality defensive back play, in particular from the safeties of Michigan State. So Iowa is going to have to stay patient, and in particular their quarterback C.J. Beathard. Take what the defense gives you and then make the plays when necessary outside of the pocket for first downs.
2nd and 8. Beathard. Far side, Allen sailing high and incomplete. Smith was open. Beathard may have heard some footsteps there. 3rd down and 8 at the 47. Iowa 2 of 5 on 3rd down conversions. Beathard, quick release, caught over the middle. First down, George Kittle. A 19-yard gain. Beathard flipped his commitment from Ole Miss to Iowa after Houston Nutt resigned in 2011. 1st down and 10 at the 33. Here's the pitch. Wadley gets the edge. Wadley stiff arming out of bounds at the Michigan State 25. Demetrius Cox nudged him out of play.
Michigan State tried to pressure. Beathard had the answer, and now the Hawkeyes are in business.
7-yard gain, 2nd and 3. Wadley skipping. And Wadley close to the first down. As Reschke stops him, and they're going to give him the first down. Hawkeyes keeping the chains moving.
They fed each other. It's like a flywheel. It's slow getting going, but once it gets going, it's tough to stop.
Vandenberg, the receiver at the top of your screen. He's got great hands. 1st and 10. Play fake. Beathard sets up, steps up, drops it off. He's got a man. Wadley dives forward and goes down to the 6. Monte Nicholson finally tripped him up after a 14-yard gain.
Hawkeyes, man, it really, they have that name for a reason. They're some big boys. Running their feet, I think they ran their feet really well. Also, they have really big upper bodies, and they were just trying to maul you off the ball, man. I commend them for definitely going against our defense and making those big plays. And they had some huge backs, man. I've never seen no backs that big. So I think he ran through the gap one time. I tried to make a play. I was a little high, and I realized that I would never do that again. Yeah, I was like, I'm a little too high. Get lower, get lower.
Could we see our first touchdown of the night? 1st and goal at the 8. Daniels following his block. And Daniels out of bounds at the 5. Make it the 6. As Colquhoun knocks him out of play.
When you face these defenses that are so tough to run the ball on inside the 10-yard line, in particular when the ball gets to the left hash, a great call, and they've got the tight ends to do it, is send the quarterback out on a bootleg to the right and sneak the tight end back to the left to try to trick the defense for a touchdown. They've got 2 tight ends in the game, both to the right side.
10th play of the drive that started at the Iowa 35, 2nd and goal. Here's the pitch. Wadley dips inside, gets crushed, and goes down at the 4. Woo! Darian Harris.
Boy, he came with some anger on the end of that play. Harris laying the lumber on Wadley. And now it's in Beathard's hands.
3rd down, goal at the 5. 4:12 to play in the first half of the Big Ten championship game. The winner of this game will get a spot in the college football playoff. Beathard out of the shotgun. Remember, he can run it. Beathard looking over the middle. Intercepted. Cox. He picked that one like Derek Jeter. Beathard out of the shotgun. Remember, he can run it. Beathard looking over the middle. Intercepted. Cox. He picked that one like Derek Jeter. First down and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Spartans. Gerald Holmes now in the game at running back. And Bull is an interesting story. He's a 3rd-generation Spartan. His grandfather, Hank, was a guard in the 50s. His father, Shane, was a linebacker in the mid-80s. His brother, Max, was a 4-year letterman at Michigan State from 2010 to 2013. And Max is now with the Houston Texans. His other brother, Byron, is currently a redshirt freshman linebacker on the Spartan roster. So, needless to say, I think he bleeds Spartan green.
There's been a Bulla at Michigan State forever.
2nd down and 7 at the 23. Cook rolling out of the pocket, delivered. McGarrett Kings Jr. And they'd love nothing more than to get him into the act. Ben Neiman brings him down.
You get the sense that Connor Cook is going to have to make a play here down the field. Try to find Burbridge. Iowa's done an amazing job so far taking Burbridge out of the game. Got to give a lot of credit to Desmond King, the Big Ten defensive back of the year, because Burbridge has been quiet. No catches so far for the Big Ten's best wide receiver.
3rd down and 2 at the 28. Connor Cook hands it off to Burbridge. Tries to get outside and will not. This Iowa defense, all business. Coming up, Desmond King tackling his cousin. Burbridge is his cousin.
Miles Taylor as well from the safety position, number 19. Both in perfect position. No Spartans there to block them. And Burbridge had nowhere to go. This defense has been sensational tonight.
And now King will go back to return the punt at the 30-yard line. Hartbarger standing at his own 15. And he gets off a beauty. King all the way back to the 10. And King taken down at the 14-yard line.
This is good old-fashioned. This is like a great pitcher's duel in Major League Baseball. Both defenses going out there playing with a great sense of urgency and also great effort.
On 1st down, the handoff to Mitchell. And Mitchell crosses the 20, gets up to the 25 and the 27. That's a 1st down. With 1:42 to go, Cox and Nicholson combining on the tackle. Iowa with all 3 of their timeouts remaining. First down. Beathard. And he's hit. Loose. That's a loose ball. Shalik Calhoun with the sack.
He stays on. Shotgun snap to Beathard. Blindside hit by Shalik Calhoun. The ball is down on the carpet.
Yeah, that time Shalik Calhoun just got right by Cole there
and just delivered a kill shot to C.J. Beathard.
And Iowa recovers.
Calhoun is one of the quickest defensive ends in the country. He gets to Beathard, and Cole Croston
Second charge timeout.
was able to dive on the ball.
Second.
The right tackle.
13-yard loss on the Calhoun sack. And they'll go to the ground. Mitchell. He leans forward and gets to the 20. As Chris Frey stops him. Iowa with the lead, facing a 3rd down and 18 at the 20. Mitchell running. And Derek Mitchell Jr. caught from behind by Demetrius Cooper, who grabbed his ankle. 59 seconds remaining in the first half. Dylan Kidd punting from the 12-yard line, gets it off. McGarrett Kings Jr. clears, and it'll bounce out of bounds, and the Spartans will have it at their own 45. A 28-yard punt. Michigan State out of timeouts. So where does Connor Cook need to go to get into field goal range?
Well, he's got to be outside the numbers with any completion or for a first down. And what's so important is that everyone understand the urgency that they need to move with if it's completed in bounds and for a first down to get up there so that they can kill the clock.
Geiger's career long is 49 yards in 2013 against this Iowa team. 1st and 10. Cook underneath. McGarrett Kings Jr. and he's tackled from behind. Great job, Josie Jewell.
I'm just shocked at that play call. An inside screen with no timeouts left in 30 seconds.
Excuse me, make that Greg Maben with the tackle. 2nd and 8 at the 47. Cook steps into his throw underneath. Caught at the 35. McGarrett Kings Jr. with the grab. 7 seconds to go. 18-yard pickup. They'll spike it. So with 6 seconds remaining, Geiger should get an opportunity with the ball at the 35-yard line.
Boy, they're so fortunate that Connor Cook was able to get that completion down the field for right around that 20-yard range is what they needed to get to the 35 and attempt this field goal.
So Geiger 1 for 2 tonight. He made a 23-yarder, hooked a 52-yarder. This one from 53 yards away. It will be his career long. Michael Geiger. Oh! It hit the crossbar.
First half stats. Rush yards, under 100 yards for both teams. The defense have done a sensational job. Only 6 first downs for Michigan State.
So Michigan State will get the football to start the second half. Connor Cook anxious to get back on the field. So much on the line, folks. Remember, in our opinion, the winner of this game secures a spot in the college football playoffs and will be given an opportunity to compete for a national championship. This one sent deep into the end zone by Marshall Kane, so the Spartans will start from the 25. Let's go downstairs and check in with Molly McGrath.
Well, Gus, Mark D'Antonio remains confident in his quarterback, Connor Cook, and that extends to his entire team. When I asked him what he'd tell them at the half, he said simply, we're gonna win. But it's bad news for the Hawkeyes. Kirk Ferentz told me that running back Jordan Canzeri is out with an ankle injury. He won't return. He said it won't change their offensive approach. He said we are so close. He's also so proud of how his defense has responded, telling me that they are playing their hearts out tonight, guys.
Connor Cook, 9 of 14, 96 yards, and an interception in the first half. First down and 10. And they give it to London. And London goes down at the 28. What kind of adjustments, Joel, do these offensives rather have to make to get that ball in the end zone?
I think the adjustment has to be with the formations. What you tend to see against these structures of defense is that you've got to get into big sets, so more tight ends and fullbacks in order to throw the ball, and then spread it out with more wide receivers in order to run the ball.
2nd down and 6 after the 4-yard gain. London again. This time he's hit at the line of scrimmage and knocked backwards. Cole Fisher. A lot of people didn't think Iowa was as good as their record. I think they're turning some heads tonight.
They absolutely are. And you know what I would say to that? And this is what the Iowa team would say as well. If it was so easy to go undefeated, why didn't everybody else do it as well? This Iowa Hawkeyes team is a dang good football team. Their defense is one of the best in the country, and they're proving it tonight on the championship stage.
3rd down and 5 at the 30. Hawkeyes with an opportunity to get off the field and send Michigan State a message. Cook steps up. Cook looking underneath, and it's incomplete. Josiah Price, the intended receiver. And Michigan State 3 and out to start the 2nd half.
Maurice Fleming, number 28, was all over him in coverage, and Cook initially wanted to go to the left side, and the coverage was fantastic, both from King and Maben. The bottom side, it was fantastic as well, and then Fleming just in the right spot. And Michigan State's going to have to punt once more.
Hartbarger from his own 15. Desmond King at his own 29. Flag. King gets to the 40. But running into the punter.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Receiving team number 31. 15 yards to the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
They go with the personal foul variety, and it's because they took out the plant leg. There's nowhere for the punter to go. Right here, the legs are going to get taken out by both Iowa Hawkeyes.
Bo Bauer runs into him.
As well as Aaron Mins, 31, was also in there with Bauer. And Michigan State catches a break. And Michigan State makes them pay with a 1st down after the personal foul.
Remember, Michigan State committed a similar error in the Big Ten championship game against Wisconsin, running into the punter. 1st down and 10 at the 45. Play fake. Connor Cook looking, and sacked again. Wow. 2nd sack of the night. Miles Taylor. Nathan Budgeta getting into the backfield.
Taylor's coming from depth. That means he's coming from where he's originally aligned as a safety, and that's so tough for an offensive line to recognize. It's almost impossible for them to actually locate and then block the safety when he comes from so far deep. The coverage was great. Cook has to hold on to the ball, and that's what allows Miles Taylor to get into the backfield.
2nd and 15, a loss of 5 on the play. Delton Williams comes in the backfield with Cook. Connor Cook looks far side, knocked down. How about that? Desmond King says no, not here, not now. R.J. Shelton, the intended receiver.
We haven't seen a secondary play this quality of coverage all year long. Desmond King, 8 interceptions on the year, leads the Big Ten, and gets another pass defended.
Third down and 15 at the 40. Spartans need to go to the Iowa 45 for 1st down. Cook's been under pressure. Cook over the middle, caught, 1st down. Finally, Burbridge with the reception, his 1st of the night. Shelton, the motion man. And they give it to Shelton, who gets around the corner. Go around the 40-yard line. Boy, Parker Hesse comes up with the tackle.
And the momentum created by that penalty, Gus, the personal foul keeps Michigan State on the field, and now they're starting to take advantage. Some quality plays here, and now on a first down, getting into a 2nd and short across the 40. This is a great chance for a play action down the field.
Let's see if Connor Cook goes after the best receiver in the Big Ten, Aaron Burbridge. 2nd and 5. Play fake. Cook down the field. And incomplete. Greg Maven knocks it away from McGarrett Kings Jr.
Maven was able to close and bat it away.
3rd down and 5 at the 39. Connor Cook, sideline, incomplete. Burbridge, the intended receiver, so how about this Iowa defense? Hartbarger punting from the 47, end over end kick. Desmond King has it at the 10. A 28-yard punt. At the 12 for C.J. Beathard. And he'll hand it off on first down, Daniels. And Daniels stopped by Shalik Calhoun. Now both teams had a number of close calls this year. Michigan State was 5-1 in games decided by 8 points or less.
Came down to a field goal.
Then they beat Wisconsin 10-6.
In a defensive struggle. They're used to this.
2nd down and 6 at the 16. Daniels again. And Daniels will gain a yard. Third down and 5. Derek Mitchell, Jr. in at running back for Iowa. Beathard. Sacked again. Wow. Shalik Calhoun, his 2nd sack of the night.
Oh, he's a great quarterback. He did a lot of great things today, but luckily my defensive line helped me out and allowed me to, get into the backfield by wreaking havoc against the guards and other tackles also.
That's advantage Shalik Calhoun.
So Dylan Kidd punts inside of his own end zone. McGarrett Kings Jr. back deep. Kings Jr. backpedaling, and he has it at the 41, so Michigan State will have good field position. Is he a first-round pick?
Well, it's so hard to tell, and you know what? A lot depends on how he's going to play in this next half. Think of what Russell Wilson was able to do in a Big Ten championship game. Even Cardell Jones for their draft stock, even though Jones didn't come out last year.
First down and 10 at the 42. And they'll give it to L.J. Scott. And Scott crosses the 45 up to the 47-yard line. You got to give a lot of credit this year to Kirk Ferentz, the head coach of Iowa. He was named the Big Ten Coach of the Year for the 4th time. The only other coach to win it that many times, Bo Schembechler won it 6.
And I think in the offseason, Gus, they wanted to run him out of town.
Yes, they did.
It's crazy the type of success that he's been able to have.
2nd down and 5 at the 47. 17 years at Iowa. And the handoff to Scott. And Scott gets to midfield. So it will bring up 3rd down and short.
Well, these are those conversions that can be so difficult to get, but are so huge. D'Antonio played for field possession on the last offensive series. He got it, but now they've got to convert.
3rd and 2. At the 50. Scott, the deep man, out of the I formation. They give it to him. He stumbles, dives forward, and gets it. First down, Spartans.
And gets the first down. What an effort. It doesn't look like much in the box score, just a 1-yard run for a conversion, but what an athletic effort.
First down. Scott's got great size. 6 feet, 233. Cook sprints out of the pocket, throws on the move, and incomplete. Shelton, the intended receiver.
Connor Cook got absolutely drilled by Josey Jewell. Number 43 is going to come into your screen. Cook actually leaps up and gets one right in the chest.
And he's hurt. Cook is hurt. He's trying to walk it off right now, but he's in some pain.
Tyler O'Connor is the backup. Played at Ohio State. He's been in the fire. Will remain ready.
2nd and 10. Cook to throw it. Over the middle. Caught. Oh, what a run. Paul Lang. How did he stay on his feet? A 17-yard gain.
And Lang stays on his feet for another first down. Wow.
First down and 10 at the 30-yard line now for Michigan State. Scott spinning, and he goes down to the 25. But this is where it gets hard for the Spartan offense. They've had to settle for field goal attempts. 2nd and 5 at the 25. L.J. Scott gets to the 20 and stumbles to the 15. He almost popped it free. He's battled fumbles this year and injuries. 1st and 10. Here's Scott. And Cole Fisher dragging him down after a 3-yard gain.
This is what they've struggled with all night long. 4 trips inside the 40. You'd call that the scoring area. Only 3 points. Iowa not doing much better, but at least better than their foe tonight.
2nd and 7 at the 12. A lot of heavy breathing on that Iowa defensive line. Cook hands it off to Scott again, and he'll get close to the 10. Matt Nelson leading the way for the Hawkeyes.
And now you're in a situation where Cook is going to have to make a throw. This is likely going to be a very tight window throw. The offensive line has to give him some protection.
Paul Lang lines up at tight end at the top of your screen. 3rd and 5. Cook looks in the corner, and that one way too high. Missed 2 52-yarders. This one from 29 yards out. And it's good.
You're putting in work.
That's right. That's right. I love it. That's good work right there.
That is great.
Hawaii. Come on. I'm from Detroit, man. Knowing what's on the line.
All the hours, the thousands of hours that you spend as a college football player preparing for chances like this. There's 19 minutes and 23 seconds left for a berth in the playoff.
Beathard over the middle and incomplete. Jacob Hillier, the intended receiver. As we take a look at the total yards, numbers are low. It's been a defensive game and a well-played defensive game by both teams.
And I think it needs to be said too, the offenses haven't been bad. It's just that the defenses have been a little bit better. So disciplined, so focused on those minute details that make you a great defense. And both units, Michigan State and Iowa, have executed well.
Who will blink first is the question. 2nd and 10 at the 25. Beathard near side, caught by Smith, and he gets out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Mulhoon pushing him out of bounds. Iowa no points since 13:28 to go in the 2nd quarter. The Hawkeyes 3 and outs in a row since Cox's interception in the end zone in the 2nd quarter.
They have to know where Shalik Calhoun is. He's been an absolute beast in this game. They need to send an extra blocker his way.
3rd down and 5. Beathard Winds up. And incomplete. Hilliard just couldn't hold on. He was slung down by Darian Hicks. And Iowa has to punt it again. And Kings Jr. signaling for the fair catch. He has it at the 38. Good field position again for Connor Cook. The Buckeyes last year not only winning the Big Ten but the national championship. Who will hang the next banner? Will it be Iowa or the Spartans of Michigan State? Connor Cook has been a winner in East Lansing. First down. And the option. Pass. Cook sets up, delivers. And caught on the far side. Burbridge lays out and hauls it in for a gain of 15.
In business on the plus side of the 50-yard line. It seems like we've seen this on almost every single drive, putting pressure on this Iowa defense.
Burbridge, 3 catches for 31 yards. First and 10. London. Slicing. London. Down at the 34. First down, Spartans. Now the body shot starting to take a toll for Michigan State.
Counter-looking play where Cook looks like he's going to roll out to the right. He hands it off back to the left, and they finally find a little bit of space.
First and 10 at the 34. Cook. And incomplete. That one underthrown, intended for Paul Lang.
Poor execution, but again, the play call was there. Dave Warner, the offensive coordinator, has found something here on this series. They haven't had this much room to operate with all night long.
Second and 10. London. And London getting low. Could have been tackled for a loss. Parker Hesse finally stops him.
So everyone else is blocking to their right, trying to block down. Then they get the kick out from the tackle. And Madre London did a great job of being patient and setting up a shorter yard third down scenario.
Third down and 3 at the 27. Michigan State 4 of 11 on third down conversions. Cook out of the shotgun. Here's Cook to throw. Lets it fly. Shelton first down and more. Flag on the play as he gets out of bounds to 15. And this will go against Michigan State.
They ran one of these pick plays down on the near side.
Pass interference. Offense number 16. 15 yards from the previous spot. Repeat third down.
That's a second pass interference penalty against the Spartans.
Burbridge is going to come down. He's actually going to block before this ball is completed, and it goes down past the line of scrimmage. So at that point, it's clearly a pass interference. Excellent call by the official. And again, Michigan State shoots themselves in the foot. It's their 5th penalty for 60 yards so far, and most of them have been big penalties and big moments.
Self-inflicted wounds. Third down and 18 at the 42. Spartans need to go to the 24 for a first down. Cook with time. Cook to the sideline. Caught, but not enough for the first. As Burbridge hauls it down. Looks like he got that foot in bounds. Picking up 14 yards, but needing 18. This one from 47 yards away for Michael Geiger. And he stroked it. And welcome back. Michigan State sending it away. Desmond King will take a knee.
Let's
game should be played in Soldier Field or something like that.
Lambeau, first down and 10 at the 25. Wadley in the backfield. And they give it to him. Flag thrown as Wadley picks up 2 yards.
Holding. Offense number 63. 10 yards from the previous 5. Still first down.
Austin Blythe, the most experienced offensive lineman that Iowa has. 43 consecutive starts on the O-line. Started at center now for 3 years. This guy is one of the leaders, one of the mainstays in there, but as he was working against number 4, Malik McDowell, the sophomore, got too much jersey, threw him down to the turf.
3 straight 3-and-outs for this Iowa offense. First down and 20. Beathard's going to have to start making plays now. It's up to him. Beathard out of the backfield. Mitchell. And Mitchell tackled at the line of scrimmage. Shalik Calhoun. Not only can he get to the quarterback, but he can also play the run.
Came out very aggressive, but we understood we had a lot more in the tank. You know, you had to give it your all. You know, it's one game for the opportunity of a lifetime, and we just tried to stress that to the guys and help them understand that this is something that hasn't been done in Michigan State, at Michigan State for, I mean,
a long time.
Seems like forever, you know. So just that opportunity to understand that it's a lot of passion that goes into the game. So make sure you bring everything you have for and each and every play. And if you tire one play, get out of the game and let the next man up come and compete.
Hawkeyes with the football. Second down and 20 at their own 15. Play fake. Beathard sets up deep in the pocket. Goes down the field for Smith. He got it! Smith! Touchdown! 85 yards! Iowa! C.J. Beathard!
On Austin Blythe. Double tight ends on a play fake. Roll back. CJ wants to air it out. Downfield going for Tavon Smith. It's caught. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Touchdown, Iowa! CJ Beathard rifles one down the middle of the field on a post pattern, and Tavon Smith has officially arrived.
That was an excellent call by Greg up in the box, and the guys up front really executed well as a play action. Protection was great. This is a tough group to block. They're really good pass rushers, so the protection was great. And CJ put it out there right on the money, and Tavon brought it in and finished the play. So really gave us a spark there in the second half, gave us an opportunity to take the lead, and you know, just a tremendous play.
It was a great play by the receiver. Our DB was in great position. Just a great ball. Stuff that we're going to have to work on, but you know, they did a great job, and I think our DB did also.
And the middle of the field is wide open. What a throw from C.J. Beathard.
Extra point good. He showed it there.
He absolutely did. That was his best pass of the night and the longest offensive play of the year for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
And that one kicked out of the end zone. Spartans will start from the 25. How do the Spartans respond? Connor Cook, their leader, hands it off to London on first down. And London with a big hole as he's wrapped up by Jewell at the 32.
Connor Cook came back to Michigan State for unfinished business. They've accomplished everything, this group of seniors. They've won more football games the last 4 years than any other group of seniors in Michigan State history. They've won the Rose Bowl. They've won the Cotton Bowl. They've won the Big Ten. They're here for a national championship. And Connor Cook has got to bring his team from behind in the fourth quarter to give themselves that chance.
Second and 3 at the 32. Handing it off again to London. And he'll get close to the first down. Cook gives it up to London. And a first down for the Spartans. London refusing to go down. Jaleel Johnson, first man to it.
And you get the sense that Michigan State is trying to find that opportunity.
First down at the 39. Play fake. Cook looking up the sideline, incomplete. Burbridge, the intended receiver, but Jordan Lomax was right in his back pocket.
The discipline with which this Iowa defense plays is extraordinary. Watch Jordan Lomax, number 27, standing right there on the 4, and he sees Burbridge come out. He knows his responsibility, and he immediately runs with him. Phil Parker, the defensive coordinator, has got to be thrilled with the way his defense has played, because they've just done their job. That's good enough, and it's been excellent tonight.
2nd and 10. Cook to Madre London, looking for space, and he won't get any this time. May have lost a half yard. Desmond King.
This is where Phil Parker, the defensive coordinator, has looked to dial up.
They send Burbridge, McGarrett Kings Jr., Shelton all to the far side of the field. Cook steps into his throw, and incomplete. Josiah Price, the intended receiver, that ball thrown high, and the Spartans have to punt it away.
Great response from that defense, answering their offense's touchdown with a great defensive series.
Hartbarger standing at the 26-yard line. Desmond King back at the 19. No rush. King secures it at the 21. Hawkeyes at the 22. C.J. Beathard finding this man, Smith, for a touchdown to take the lead. Can they add to it, is the question. Play fake. Beathard deep drop again. Down the field again. And flag. Vandenberg, the intended receiver. And this is pass interference against Darian Hicks, and it was a great play by Darian Hicks.
100%, because this is going to be a touchdown unless he holds him on this double move.
Defense number 2. 10 yards from the previous block. Automatic first down.
You'd absolutely take the 15 rather than watch Vandenberg run into the end zone on the back-to-back big plays. So Hicks very astutely grabs the jersey, and huge credit to Greg Davis, the offensive coordinator. You talk about going for broke. He's shoving the chips into the middle of the table right now.
First down and 10 at the 32. Derek Mitchell Jr. He wants to throw it. And he elects to hold on to it and get out of bounds.
But at Kinnick Stadium in the first game of the year, he faked a field goal, it failed, and the crowd gave him a standing ovation. They love the aggressive nature, and he's putting it on display here in the fourth quarter.
2nd and 13 at the 29. Beathard drops it off. Wadley, first down, Iowa. And there's a buzz in the building, folks.
A lot of credit to Greg Davis here. 42 years as a college coach, and he's been on this stage before. Won a national championship as an offensive coordinator with Texas in 2005.
First down and 10 to the 45. Again, deep drop. Beathard throwing for Smith. Second and 10 at the 45. Daniels hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Darian Harris. As Connor Cook looks on. Third and 11. Over the middle. Caught and close to a first down. And that's Henry Krager-Kobel. But not enough. He's about 1.5 yards short of the first down. Now, earlier in the game, Coach Ferentz could have gone for it on 4th down and 1, but it was on his side of the field. You told me that if it were a few yards the other way, he should have gone.
That was the second series of the game, and Michigan State had just started their first series in plus territory. Here, I think with how well his defense has been playing, the smart play for Kirk Ferentz is the conservative play. Even though they've been aggressive here in the last 2 minutes, 3 minutes of offensive play calling, now you put your punt unit out there and try to pin Michigan State deep. Force them to go 85, 90 yards against your defense, because right now, with the way the Hawkeyes are playing, I don't know if Michigan State can do that.
And Iowa just took a delay of game, so they'll back it up and give Dylan Kidd a little more room to work with. His 5th punt of the night, this time from the 32. McGarrett Kings Jr. back deep at the 10. End over end kick. And fair caught at the 17-yard line.
9.5 left in the 4th quarter.
Spartans at the 18. Scott slips through the hole. And Miles Taylor grabs him and brings him down. As we take a look at the game summary.
7 field goal attempts for Michigan State. They've missed 2, 1 right before the half. Michigan State does have a couple of takeaways, but C.J. Beathard with the lightning strike, 85-yard touchdown pass to Devon Smith is the difference.
2nd and 4 at the 24. Connor Cook drops it off underneath, incomplete, intended for McGarrett Kings Jr. 3rd down and 4 at the 24. Spartans haven't taken many shots down the field. Cook, here's a shovel pass underneath and a 1st down for Josiah Price. Great call.
Cook flips it under, and they get an easy 1st down.
From the 37. Cook, short drop this time to the far side and caught by McGarrett Kings Jr. And he's wrapped up by Greg Maben.
Because Cook does not look right. Every ball is a little short. It doesn't quite have the velocity. That shoulder clearly bothering Connor Cook right now.
Remember, he injured that throwing shoulder versus Maryland. Missed the win over Ohio State. Came back last week against Penn State. Now he lines up as a receiver. Wildcat formation. Burbridge is the quarterback. He gives it to L.J. Scott. And Scott crashes through, but a flag.
We're going to get big Jack Conklin, number 74, on a hold.
Holding. Offense number 74. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. 3 feet, 2nd down.
Conklin, a first-team All Big Ten performer. He's going to go up to the 2nd level. He's blocking Josie Jewell, and then right there just takes him all the way down to the turf. Boy, tough call. Looked like a clean block, but that left arm was just outside the box, just on the outside of Jewell's shoulder.
And they stay in the Wildcat. Connor Cook must be hurt. They run the option, the reverse. Shelton gets around the corner with a blocker. And Shelton out of bounds at the 43-yard line. And he picks up 10 on the play. Cook, another handoff to Scott. He spins, dives, and I think he got it.
With a terrific spin move to move the chains and keep his offense on the field.
First down and 10 at the 48. Clock restarts, 6:25 and counting. In the Big Ten Championship, the winner heading to the college football playoff. And a handoff to Scott again. And Scott goes down in midfield. Picks up 2.
Well, I think we just were able to just sort of, I mean, you know, we weren't getting big runs. They were 4, 5s, 3, that type of thing. I sort of felt like number 3, L.J. Scott, was in rhythm, and he's a load. You know, he found a crease, and he'd get north.
And now, inside of 6 minutes, this might be the series where they have to go score a touchdown. They might not get the ball back.
Second down and 8. Connor Cook, far side, and caught. Great catch by Burbridge.
The ruling on the previous play was a completed catch at the sideline. That ruling is under further review.
Now, there's a few things going on here. First, there's a little contact, and then, see right there, there's a little contact. He's out of bounds there, but then, did he establish yet? I don't think he established yet. Mike Pereira, our rules analyst, is with us. Mike, he stepped out of bounds before the pass arrived. Had he reestablished himself yet? Your thoughts?
Well, I'm not sure that he did, but really the result is the same in college, since the illegal touch penalty is merely a loss of down penalty.
This one's too tight to call. Normally when they take this long, it means that they're going to overturn it because they've got to get all the details ironed out. Remember, they've already moved the chains and set up for a 1st and 10. So they've got to go back to where were the chains set, what's the down and distance going to be. So many times when you see these reviews take this length of time, it's because it's going to be overturned, and they'll have to go back to the 3rd and 8 at the previous spot.
After further review, it was determined that the pass receiver went out of bounds on his own, did not establish himself as a player, and caught the ball. As a result, it's an illegal touching, lost the down at the previous spot, to be 3rd down at the 50-yard line.
Again, that penalty doesn't necessarily matter. It just essentially acts as an incompletion.
3rd down and 8 for Michigan State. 4-down territory here.
The way that this drive has gone and the way that Iowa can chew up clock, I think it might be. Because a lot depends on this play. If they can get near the chains, they might go for it. If it's 4th and 8, D'Antonio might put his defense back on the field and hope to get the offense a second chance.
3rd down and 8 at midfield. L.J. Scott in motion out of the backfield. Cook's going to throw it. Here's Cook up the sideline. Got it! First down, Spartans. Burbridge.
Iowa did a nice job, I thought, taking a lot of our wideouts out of the game. 5 under, 2 deep, some different things that they were doing. They were playing very tight coverage. And, you know, things happen, but, you know, big plays, big 3rd down plays, almost constantly in the game. I mean, pretty much throughout. We got set back behind a couple of times with penalties. And Connor make a play. You know, Burbridge make a play. Josiah Price make a play. Kings make a play. Big plays, big catches.
Greatest window that you can possibly fit the ball into. Lomax had great coverage over the top as a safety. Maben was right there as a corner, and then Burbridge held on after getting popped.
A 16-yard gain, 1st and 10 at the 34 for Michigan State. 5:06 to go. Cook again looking backside. Running. Directing. Now takes it himself and gets out of bounds inside the 30. So much drama in this game. So much intrigue.
This feels like it. This drive feels like the determining drive of this game.
But the Spartans have gotten close, but they haven't been able to punch it in. They've had to settle for field goals. This is the 12th play of the drive that started at their own 18. 2nd and 3. Scott on the move, breaking tackles. A lot of hard hitting going on. Ekakati and Miles Taylor combining. First down and 10 at the 24. Iowa defense. Fatigue. Cook to Scott. And Scott goes down to the 20. Mark D'Antonio, 59 years old, 9th year at Michigan State. He's 3-4 against Kirk Ferentz.
Trevon Pendleton, the fullback who was injured coming into this game, has given it a go, a senior. 47 games he's played for the Spartans. Just a crucial part of their offense, not as a ball carrier or even a receiver, but just such a large part as the blocker in the interior. He's had an excellent game, taking a toll on that injury.
2nd and 7 at the 21. Cook handing it off to Scott. Still running. Powers his way forward and gets inside the 15. 3:27 to go.
Breaks his ankles right there. Not literally, of course, but figuratively. The juke move, and he's able to get up near a first down.
3rd down and 1 at the 15 for the Spartans. 3 minutes to go. A trip to the college football playoff on the line. Can Iowa's defense hold? Scott. They grab him from behind, but he picks up the first down. Josie Jewell.
Inside the 15-yard line, they've been unable to crack the code of this Iowa defense. Iowa has held them out of the end zone. Only the 3 field goals for Michigan State, but these body blows, they just continue to hand the ball off and hand the ball off.
16th play of the drive. They've had it for 7 minutes. First down and 10 of the 13. L.J. Scott, the deep man. They give it to him. The freshman looking, and he'll get to the 10 or inside the 10.
Now Kirk Ferentz is going to start using his timeouts.
Can they do it again? L.J. Scott, the true freshman, running effectively, gets through the hole and down to the 5.
And Kirk Ferentz, he notices how tired his defense is. He senses that this offensive line from Michigan State has got it rolling right now. And he's trying to retain some time on the clock.
As it got down inside the 10, I was saying pound it, you know, take the game and the clock, which I think is a big thing, you know, if you can run the clock out. So we got the game and the clock, so we did it slowly, methodically, and didn't want to really take the ball off the line of scrimmage in those situations because we were getting positive yardage, and that's credit to our offensive line, our tight ends, our fullbacks, and the way our running backs are running the football, as well as our quarterback running it.
Their freshman running back, L.J. Scott, 233 pounds, out of Hubbard, Ohio. They give it to him, looking, and they knock it backwards. No! Wow! Nathan Budgeta with the tackle. 4th down and 2 at the 5-yard line for Michigan State.
That's Cody Keeler, the junior right tackle, number 79. Michigan State still has those 3 timeouts. So even in the event that they fail, they could potentially get the ball back, but they would still need that touchdown.
L.J. Scott. 4th down and 2 at the 5. Connor Cook out of the shotgun. Runs the option. Keeps it. Did he get
across the 3-yard line.
And they'll measure it.
Cook lowers his shoulder, and the ball was in that left arm.
And he got it. First down, Michigan State.
The pitch key usually goes to the back and takes the pitch away, so I tried to fake the pitch and try and knife it up and get as many yards as possible. And that was actually the same play we ran against Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game back in 2013 on the 4th down. So kind of funny that it worked out that way.
I looked at him in the huddle and I said, "Can you do this? Can you get it up in there?" He said, "Yeah, I can get it." And so we went with that particular football play, which has been, it's been very productive.
Or you could put it in the hands of the 6th best run defense in the country and try to have a goal line stand here.
The line the game was achieved for a first down. That ruling is under further review.
I really don't see anything they could change here at all.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. First down.
A minute 48 to go. L.J. Scott, the deep man. They give it to him. And he is tackled. Hurdles forward and gets down to about the 2, maybe the 1.5. Clock still running.
It's not going to be a factor necessarily in this set of downs, in particular with the 3 timeouts. So Cook can milk the clock with Iowa sitting there with no timeouts and try to score with the least amount of time on the clock possible per opportunity.
2nd down and goal. L.J. Scott again. And he doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down and goal at the 1-inch line. It all comes down to this for a trip to the college football playoff. 3rd down and goal at the 1 for Michigan State. Can the Iowa defense hold? L.J. Scott, the deep man. L.J. Scott running right. No, he get in. Again. Yes. Touchdown Spartans. 1 straight by the true freshman.
Jack Allen in the backfield to help with the blocking. Handoff to LJ, trying to shed Hawkeyes and trying to turn to the goal line. Puts the football over the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, MSU. What an amazing, amazing run by L.J. Scott. It's a game of inches, and he got all he had to get.
And we just were grinding meat, basically, I thought LJ did a great job. Our offensive line did a great job, and we just pounded it, and just awesome job. Just can't say enough about our football team.
After further review, the ruling on the field of touchdown is confirmed.
L.J. Scott from Hubbard, Ohio. The team's leading rusher this year. His 11th touchdown. None bigger. Geiger with the extra point. And it's good. Getting the job done. Desmond King will get a shot at the 10. Gets to the 20. And downed at the 26 with 22 seconds left. Iowa, no timeouts left. Remember, Marshall Kane kicked the walk-off career-long 57-yard field goal against Pitt this year. 1st and 10 at the 27 for C.J. Beathard. Beathard looking deep, hit, and goes down, lost it. At the 25, clock still running. Demetrius Cooper with the tackle. Beathard downs it with 5 seconds remaining.
Before the snap, charge timeout to Michigan State. Please adjust the game clock to 5 seconds.
5 seconds remaining. C.J. Beathard throws it over the middle. Ball fumbled, loose, recovered. The Michigan State Spartans are the Big Ten champions. Hello, college football playoff East Lansing.
And a big congratulations to the 2015 Big Ten champion, Michigan State Spartans. To present tonight's Big Ten championship trophy, the commissioner of this great conference, Mr. Jim Delaney.
Before we give it up to the Spartans, let's hear it for the great effort and the respect we have for the University of Iowa and its football team. That's Big Ten class. That's Big Ten class. So, our champion, 2015 Eastern champion, now Big Ten champion, and what I think we'll find out tomorrow is our representative in the college football playoff. To play for it all. So with that, let me present the championship trophy to Mark D'Antonio and his group.
Coach, congratulations. You started this season with a simple slogan, reach higher.
We reach higher.
You have a chance to go even higher than the Big Ten championship now.
Reach higher. Thank you so much for coming down. All the Spartans in the house. All the way up to the roof. We started out the day wanting to go a little bit farther than we went last year. 12-1, and we're marching. We're marching. Great job by our offense and our coaches. Driving the length of the field in 9 minutes. Outstanding job by our defense. Great job special teams. I can't say enough how proud we are to be Spartans. Let's get on with the party.
Coach, everyone in football talks about championship drives. You guys just embarked on a 22-play drive, the longest in the Big Ten this season, in order to win the championship. What did you see from your offense on the last series?
You know, we talk a lot about mental toughness here and physical toughness. What I saw was mental toughness. 4 times to 1. 4 times to 1. And just great job by our offensive line. Great job by our quarterback and our wideouts. Had a couple plays they had to take back, you know, penalty. We made it happen. Outstanding job. I can't say enough about them.
And you've always said that to have a great season, your seniors have to have their best year. So many seniors and veterans on this team that have been through championship matches before. They've been into Rose Bowls and won those opportunities. They've beaten Ohio State twice with winning streaks of 23 and 24 games respectively. What have your seniors meant to you this year?
It's a special year. I said this after we won the Big Ten championship 2013. It's a special time with special people at a special place.
Coach, congratulations. Good luck in the playoff.
Thanks so much. Go Green!
Well, needless to say, we're really disappointed the outcome. Came up short tonight. But I just told the team and spoke on behalf of our entire staff. Couldn't be prouder of this group. They have just been absolutely fantastic to work with from day one. And that was the same way this week. They put a great week of preparation in, and I don't know if they could have competed any harder tonight. So credit to Michigan State. They played a great football game. But our football team, I thought, played with great effort, unbelievable guts and courage out there, and continue to exhibit just stellar teamwork. So really proud of them. We're disappointed with the outcome, but we still have another football game ahead of us, and that's we'll simmer on this one for a little bit and then look ahead, and turn our sights to the next ball game here shortly.
We've won a lot of football games here in the last 3 years. And really, if you look since 2010, we've won a ton of football games. So our football team knows how to win. We can play it out. We don't count ourselves out, so things aren't going so well. We keep playing, and as evidenced by really the football game in general.